So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's Mbappe. Maldini goes steaming forward. Baresi cuts out the pass. Oh, he's onto this. That's a fabulous... Eto! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Adams with the clearance. And the keeper beats it away. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mbappe! And again the keeper stands strong.
Yeah, while he won't be happy with some of the defending in front of him, he can hold his head high. That was a fantastic stop.
This their second corner of the game. He rises! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And he cuts out the supply. So it is still 0-0. And he was quick to react. Vieira.
This is the time you need that pace.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position.
Mbappe! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Gets his head on it! Great effort, he flew in with courage.
Hullet instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution, though.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Real chance! It's loose and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping! And that's really well manoeuvred. Ajax do have a chance to counter here. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Ajax clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is good alertness. Played back in. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Maldini gets across to intercept that. Rodri. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mbappe! And he's shot a goal! In for the pieces! It's in!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope.
And we hit half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. And here's Mbappe. Might be dangerous. And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. This might... He's had a shot! Sticks it away! And with that goal comes comfort. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So that's two now without... Big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Messi plays it short. And he'll shoot here. Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Nakata. Well read. Nice interception. And it's Yaya Toure. And here's Eto'o. Played out to the right. Stoichkov. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating.
Got a shot away! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Kubo. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Pull it. Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played. Well stopped.
That looks a good ball through. Messi. Toure in acres of space out wide. Messi. Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Ajax choosing to make the first change. Yaya Toure. And here's Hullet. And it's Messi. And Messi! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Messi. Wan-Bissaka. Pass somewhat off target.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Baresi. De Bruyne. Musiala.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's surging through. Eto'o! And more and more and more. And the lead is extended still further. And time is up. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Eto'o voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with, he's tried one! An early chance, their first of the game.
Haaland put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Now it's Eto'o. Passing nice and neat.
Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There've been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels.
Haaland. Yaya Toure. Messi. Oh, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And it's Zico. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Can he put it away? Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's headed upfield. Oh, he's found some space here. Oh, that's well spotted. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And that's a throw-in. Osimhen strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Mbappe! Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Yaya Toure. Mbappe! And the finish! Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. In with a header! Kante can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Schmeichel gets it away. And it's Hullet. Picked out brilliantly. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So this the chance to fire his team in front. And that's a poor penalty.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Osimhen is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He has a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, sweet feet. And a header! And he's done it!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
Terrific head. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving.
And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Zico. Nicked it back promptly. And he's picked out the run. Messi. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Still just a single goal between the sides. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Michelis makes the interception, and that has left him in a heap. He can run onto that. He's found a way through. Hits one! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Conte. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Shifted upfield. Costa Curta. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. No, that's been intercepted. Conte.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Now that's well seen too. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's there to get it away. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Bullet taking in the accolades. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Tries a shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes. It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And he's had it nicked away. Vinicius Junior. And the pass is intercepted. Thuram is there to clear. Belletti. Fiddles it through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Eto'o. He's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe, who's set up one goal so far. Bout of passing here, really easy on the... He's had a hit! Cleared away. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It'll be a throw-in. Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Eto'o! He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... There's the shot! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Chelhanoglu. Mbappe. And he welcomes it in. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Messi. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good... Oh, here's a chance! Oh, that's a waste.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Mbappe has a go! Yaya Toure. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, well played. And he can clear it away. And the first 45 minutes are up. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi, and here's Nunez, Vinicius Junior. Messi, now it's Eto'o. And it's Eto'o. Oh, that's fabulous. Good read, needed to be. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And he thumps it clear. Well, that has not gone well. That's a decent clearance. Short changes him with that pass. And that's and the shot! And more, and more, and more! And they are cruising away.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And no, that was never going to make it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And here's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's picked his way through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Showing great feet there. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Quality ball. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Messi. And they win it back again. Kaka. Now it's Mbappe. And that was very necessary. Barcelona have it back and can go again. He can run onto that. Shot a goal! Goal! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Distributed tidily. And we're done. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Eto'o on the score sheet 3 times. Very much the man. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face.
Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. He's got tall. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Out to the right. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe! Oh, super ball! And that is a little undercooked. Out to the left it goes. Mbappe! Now it's Messi. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Eto'o bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Alexander-Arnold. Distributed tidily. And he's cut it out. Thuram can get it clear. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And it's Neymar. Maldini cuts it out. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Neymar, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And it's Yaya Toure. Now it's Eto'o. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Messi. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Robertson. Neymar. Mbappe. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. How would you review the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Some really good ball movement. Messi. Mohamed Salah in acres of space out wide. Messi. Cross to the back post. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Chance to finish. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Alexander-Arnold clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That is a great pick out. Pull it. And still, we await the first breakthrough. It's a good spell of possession, this. A real chance if he can get through. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar. And that's been drilled in. Thuram gets good distance on it.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Bellingham. And he's managed to get rid. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And here's Mbappe. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's a really well-measured ball. Messi, he's found a way through.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
That's at the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Eto'o. Mbappe! Oh, belter! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Spread neatly. Hullet. In by Hullet. Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Now it's Messi, and it's Eto'o. Goulet. Yaya Toure. That's been cut out, well played. Hazard. Goulet. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it's Hazard! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Great ball if he can get there. And he's there to belt it away. Taken back almost at once. And here's Maradona. Maradona! Marvellous goal! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try.
And we hit half-time. So after a truly engaging first half, it remains right on edge. Things still very much in the mix in what is shaping up to be a super contest. 2-1 the score at the break, and every indication that both parties are capable of adding more. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Mbappe! Great chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? That is lovely. Saliba with the clearance. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is a great pick out. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Maradona. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And they can counter here. And here's Azar. Eto'o, who does have an assist to his name. Rudiger. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And they're quick to get it back. That's going to go a long way. Rudiger. Oh, this looks sharp. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but... Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that goal should be a big game changer. It's certainly been a big mood changer.
Batistuta. And it's Messi. And he's been shifted off it. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's gone forward. Oh, played through for the wide man. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Rummenigge. Bernardo Silva has a look and plays it forward. No, it's not getting there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, that's well spotted. That's good vision. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And time is up. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. It really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And already we're underway here. And here's Dembele. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Neymar. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
He's gone forward. Eto'o in acres of space out wide. Messi. And he was alert to it. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Bouten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was. And to do that, you've got to be pretty handy. Looking for the run. And he's on his way. Chance! They've scored! First blood drawn.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Nakata. Dembele. Can he finish? It's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Fenerbahce grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose.
There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? In towards the back. Big header! It's a loose in for the pieces. And again. Goal! Fenerbahce! And the comeback is complete. Dembele at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be. and where he needed to put himself.
And now he has two. Fenerbahce take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Foot in.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
He's beaten the last man. Messi! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And it's been given away. And that'll be a goal kick. That pass has been well intercepted. Shot could be... Has a go! Oh, taken with style. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity...
Big chance! He's scored!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Nakata. Roberto Baggio. And the half-time whistle goes. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And they've got rid. Neymar. And he's been shifted off it. Messi. He's through here. Eto'o. He's got away. Great chance! They've done it! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. This is quite a battle.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
That's been cut out, well played. Yaya Toure. Passes short and sharp.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Neymar. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Stood up well to him there.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Dembele. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Messi wins the duel this time. Aimed beyond the defence. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's looking to set free a runner. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
I think we're just about done here. Irwin. Neymar. He's found a way through. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. And that will be it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Eto'o picking up the man of... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. We have already started here. Goes back. Messi. Messi. Big chance! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And no, that was never going to make it. Decent progress down the left. Well, now here's a good shapes to shoot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Inter really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the long ball is ridiculed somewhat, but long passing will always have a respect, particularly if it picks out the movement up front, of course.
Barella plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Messi, approaching the half-hour mark. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way through. This might spell... Great chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. He could be in here. He's had a hit! No mistake! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Barella. And that could set him on his way. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Kaká. Oh, sweet feet. And we hit half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Changes made by neither side, from what we understand. Stood up well to him there. Vinicius Junior. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that's a little loose. Toure, who's set up one goal so far. Under an awful lot of pressure. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, the shot could be on here. Has a go! Yes! And surely that settles it.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Vieira. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Eto'o. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, that's a very decent hit! Bastoni can get it clear. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Mohamed Salah. It's a throw-in. He's got away. Forlan receives it in a good position here. Yaya Toure. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's in here! There's the hit! Sticks it away!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So is this the start of a comeback? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Eto'o! And yet another chance goes to waste.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Turns and goes back. Wan-Bissaka. He's in a good position here. Barella. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Now there's a... Eto'o! And he hits the net. And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. And the number on the board is 3. And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Eto'o gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had.